Thank you, Dolores, by the way, for letting me know that there's no sound. You're always there for me, and I'm. Whenever I think that people can hear me, you're always there for me. All right. So welcome everybody. This is the Poultry Perspective episode number 4. Because Frost Giant just dropped a not quite 1 minute long video about the campaign updates, and then there was recently something the Caggtus. So I don't speak enough German. I can kind of like Uber 25 gaming, pretty premiering live auf YouTube, so premiering live through YouTube. But anyway, there's a Stormgate section here that I just want to give my first impressions on. I have not seen any of the Caggtus Stormgate footage, and I've only seen this video once when I tried to make this video the first time. So we're gonna go on this journey together. So I did already go through this video, just a quick. You know what? We'll run through it one more time together as a family, and then we'll break down some analysis. Evac. Fire starters. Oh, there's a cool little obelisk there. More fire starters. Ooh, the new gaunts. Nice little howl from that gigantic dog. Cool little APC.
Good timing, Lieutenant Assad. Glad you're up. I wanted your take on
Yeah,
this
pretty boy Riker. I like how big that Vulcan is too. Oh, is that a new Malik model? Oh, we saw the new floating rectangle building there. All right, Tony, bring it back. Okay, big cabal. All right, so let's go little by little. New mission. I really like. Okay, so my first impressions here is, I think this is clearly, just because it looks like cinematic E, this makes me think that this is going to be the like the evac. When the first campaign mission dropped, there was an evac that like the ramp came down. That's what your heroes came in and out of. But I'm really liking this these little spheres, like the aesthetic that all of like Vanguard has spheres and stuff on it. It looks cool. It's not super sleek. But it's not super like, I don't know. I remember in like the early 2000s, everything was kind of globby, kind of like they wanted to make everything really liquid shaped for some reason, and I think this is a good middle point between StarCraft 2 Terrans and putting their own spin on Vanguard. Vanguard has spheres. That's the way it is. They have bubbles on stuff, and I like it. Is it an improvement over the current evac? I could see this being a cool. If there was like a hero, actually an evac hero would be kind of a sick idea. But no, I think this makes for a good like campaign base of operations. Yeah. Yeah, and this looks like the start of a campaign mission. I don't know what else it would be. I really like this though. The thrusters in the back and like the vertical stabilizers top and bottom are they feel almost F-22-ish, even though the whole air platform has like a delta wing almost thing going on there. Some fire starters back there. Hold on. By the way, for those of you that didn't know, if you're in a YouTube window, you can use the comma and the period keys to move frame by frame. And I am a bit of a nerd for detail here. Where's my glasses at, actually? There we go. All right, let's put my disgusting mug on this on yield OBS, shall we? It's Franken time. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Let's go. Perfection. Okay. No. All right, so this is the one mission with the Graven. We'll get to oh, this is new hedgehogs. Hold up. Let's rewind a little bit. Come on. Okay. It's a little bit more on rails. I don't think these rocks were here last time. They just let you kind of like wander up and down this stream as much as you wanted to, but I think they wanted. I like this idea of definitely showing the player it's like, no, there's one correct direction, and this is. I don't remember these turrets though. Over on the left hand side, see those turrets? I don't remember seeing those. Okay, new hedgehogs. Huge fan. The rockets seem to kind of spawn out of nowhere though. On the bike helmet hedgehogs, you know, you saw the rockets on the roof, and it kind of made sense that's where they shoot from. But these trike hedgehogs. Let's see, can we make it bigger? Can we go? All right, are we on full quality? Yeah, we're on full quality. Okay. We see hedgehog trikes. The exos look fine. Oh, these are new exos, right? Wait. By the way, the little circle with the green ring around it on the... Are these the new exos? Yeah, they are. They don't have the QB backpack anymore. No, QB backpack. These are the thick exos. Allegedly. Okay, so they're still really fast. I think the medtech kind of looks a little different too. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Blockade got a glow up a little while ago, and looks fantastic, by the way. Environment wise, I don't see anything terribly new. This TV tower looks kind of new. Oh, I thought those were like infernal glyphs. Those are just they're not. That's just part of the scaffolding. Okay. Oh wait. We missed. Let's go back. There's a cool little visual effect under Amara and Company. Here we go. Back up. Back it up. Oh, yeah. I don't know what this greenness right here is. I should probably move my face out of the way. Bop. There we go. Alright, so there's a lot of new exos there. Let's rewind 10 seconds. Oh, new, what? Those are the new... Oh, right. 10 seconds is a long time, isn't it? I hadn't even gotten past 10 seconds. Ay. What is this guy? Oh, that's just that's a fiend. That's a fiend getting blown out. He's got like the little spaghetti arms. Oh, that was blood. Ooh, Lord. Oh, the new brute. Ooh, fancy schmancy. I like the tail. He looks tall. He actually feels tall. I think the fact that he doesn't have like a huge gut makes him seem a little bit scarier. I like that it's not just generic horns on top of his head too. It looks like these horns are coming off of his pauldrons. Also, what is this? What is this guy? I don't know, but I'm curious. Looks really cool. And is this some kind of a language? Is this like a conlang? It looks like it. That's really cool. I really want to get into this now. I want to start figuring out what that is. Is that... I can't tell if that's just a doodad of a dead exo. Alright, we already talked about this one. Alright, Riker's got the blue underglow thingy going on there. The Lancers don't look changed all that much, but I'm fine with it. I think the Lancers were fine as they were. Okay, the fast hedgehogs look cool. These little wheels coming out of the back on the sticks, it looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little skinny, looks a little flimsy, I don't know. But I still like the overall look. I think the Vanguard aesthetic by itself is really coming together. It's definitely, it's, I don't know how to say it. It's aperture science with weapons, which I know you guys have heard me say it a million billion times in Discord, but that's what it reminds me of. And I don't think I've seen that in an RTS before, so it's kind of cool to see. But yeah, the rocket jeeps are still there, but they're rocket trikes now. Okay, how do we do playback speed? Let's slow this way down. 0.25 the slowest? Yes. Let's get rid of that volume. Okay, so we see a brute dying and splitting there. Oh, we have a rocket exo in the back. That's kind of cool. Hold up. Nice to see that the flat cannons are still there. I really like this environment. Looks like they've done a lot of work with creating like environmental assets. It's not just here's the beach part, here's the ruins part. It looks like they've got a lot of, as weird as it sounds, like having distinct rubble around that to make it look a little bit more lived in, so it's not just, oh, here's the same piece of rubble, just, you know, moved over and rotated a little bit. It actually looks really good. Oh, I thought that was a Mar getting hit by the fire starter for a second there. All right, so we see the Fiend come along. The Brute's getting hit by the fire starter. New Gaunts. New Gaunts are. So I was worried when they showed the Centaur concept art for the Gaunt, and they were like, yeah, this is kind of what we want to go for. I was worried that it would get too big because you think four-legged creature, they're typically, I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination. Like I thought that it was going to be much bigger than an average human, but they look about the same size as an exo. They look like they take the same amount of space. I like the thorny disc. It's not just like a generic disc of light. It actually looks like it's spiky, which is cool. Oh, you know what mission this is? This is the one where they come at you in waves and waves and waves. Alright, got it. That one looks good. More campaign stuff. Or is it going to be campaign stuff? Because we see... So they've got levels, which is interesting. We didn't see hero levels in the previous iteration of the campaign. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. The more RPG aspects you introduce to a hero, the less I'm focusing on the RTS aspect. But at the same time, if it's a campaign and it's storytelling, I get that you want each hero to feel unique. They have their own tool set. But I just hope they don't do this in the 1v1s. Like, if they do decide to bring heroes to 1v1s, which I pray that they don't. Yeah, my biggest argument against having heroes in 1v1 is that it takes away from big army instead of, you know, in Warcraft 3 where it's like, all right, get gear, level up my hero, and everything's just kind of a backup to that. But yeah, there's better shots of the new exos. The weapon looks the same. The Graven right here looks like it hasn't changed much. Lancers still look fine. Exos look fine. One of Riker's dogs cast a big spell. Oh, there's both of them. I don't know what his dog's actual names are. It's like Shadow and Alabaster or something. But no, it looks good. Yep, that looks fine. And again, these turrets are new to me. I don't think I've seen these before. All right, so this guy, the big ol' APC, looks kind of like a striker. If you guys know what a striker is, it's like a fighting vehicle. It's not quite a tank. It has 6 tires on it, but I love that scoop on the front. I don't know if these are like AA batteries on the back, but that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, I think we've seen this before. The building with like crates spilling out of it. This looks like this looks like a campaign mission. Interesting. Primary objective, aid resistance forces. Resistance convoy must survive. Escort convoy to Lost Vaults. Override time remaining. Oh, and credits. So you get credits. That sounds like metagame stuff. I like the map, too. I really like that map, actually. And you know what? Protect the convoy thing sounds like it would be a really cool co-op mission as well. Alright, so we're coming back. Amara's still doing her little twirly gigs to reload her SMGs. Looks like they didn't touch the Flappy Boys. Good deal, good deal. You leave my Shadow Flyers alone. Alright, there we go. Here we get some really good shots of the Brute and the Fiends at work. And the Gaunts, for that matter. Man. I like the thorny disc that it has for a weapon. I don't know if I like the fact that it's a centaur, though. Making it four-legged feels a little odd to me. If it has 4 legs, I expect it to move significantly faster than other stuff. It's not very often, I think. It feels unintuitive for something that's on 4 legs to get caught by something else. Are we overhyping? No, I don't think I'm overhyping. I just like the visuals are one of the things that I'll really zoom into to get more details on. Like, I don't know. I don't think I was the first guy to notice that the weavers, when they walk past trees, are the ones to push them out of the way. But when I did notice that, I was like, oh, that's such a cool feature. Visually, anyway, like it adds to the depth of like, all right, that's a big unit, and you can tell not just because unit big, but because it's actually like pushing stuff around in the environment. Cool little VFX down here underneath of the stuff. I want to see the Fiends and the Brute attack. Come on. Play. There we go. You know what that reminds me of, actually? The Brute's cleaver right here reminds me of the Uruk-hai sword in the Lord of the Rings. The big rectangular blade that the Uruk-hai have. That's what that reminds me of. It's big, it's flat, it's almost like a machete with a hook on the end. Very cool looking. Let's see, do I like the Velociraptor Fiends? I don't know how I feel about like the axe beak. It feels weird. It feels like oh man, I swear there was like a Zelda monster that has like a blade. There's like a bird that has a blade on the front of it, or maybe it's like a Monster Hunter thing. But I think it's the fact that the top of its like horn out front looks very blunted. It looks like it's been chopped off. Hey, Gate Team, what's going on, man? Yeah, I really like the horns on the Brutes. The horns on the Brutes are really good. Oh, the monsters from Pitch Black? Yeah. Good shout out. Alright, some more destructible terrain. The rocks go flying. Oh, that's funny. I like this arcing trail for this rocket. I don't know if that's like a visual effect left over. I know in StarCraft we got spoiled by the destructible rock thing, where it would actually like roll down and there was an animation for it. But being able to interact more with the environment, love it, absolutely love it. It makes me think that it's like, okay, we're not just microing around ledges and cliffs. It gives me options as a player to like do different things besides build units and kill units. Like I can actually set up traps and manipulate the terrain how I want it to. Wow, words. That's a new little debuff. I don't think we've seen the pink X's before. Look at these little pink X's. Or maybe we have, and that's a co-op thing, and I just never noticed. Moving on. Good timing, Lieutenant Nassar. Alright, I like the fact that she's not the head of the Resistance. She's a lieutenant. And for those of you that are not... have never been around military stuff, lieutenant is still like in charge of people, or they can be in charge of people, but they're not so high ranking that they're leading the entire army. It's like, hey, you're a company grade officer, you're a CGO, You've got, a couple of people, depending on the service branch, but a lieutenant in the Navy is an O3, and in all the other branches, it's an O1 or O2. So, like, you might have 30, maybe 40 people under your command, but, down to as low as none. So, it kind of makes sense that Amara's in charge of a small team of people, not necessarily the entire resistance. But I do like this level. Really cool, really cool Dr. Evil chairs. I love the Austin Powers Dr. Evil chairs there. Looking good. This looks a little empty, honestly. I wonder if this is one of those things where, like, as you progress through the story, it fills out. Like, you get more and more characters that, like, join along. So by the end of the game, it's like absolutely everyone that you met along the way. It's like the friends we met along the way all show up there. I suspect that's why it's so empty, but for a preview shot, I don't know. I don't know why these guys aren't in the center of the frame, but that's just me. Here we go. Pretty boy Riker. Oh, man. I think this is the most polarizing topic so far that I've seen. And I gotta say, I don't mind it. I think everyone's seen, like, Old Man Sniper. It's almost like from Metal Gear Solid 3, where there's, like, the ancient sniper guy, Old Man Sniper guy. He's got, like, the cowboy hat, and he's really, like, grizzled and rugged. I don't mind Surfer Bro Riker. I kind of like it, actually. He does remind me of that one singer. If you haven't seen the music video for "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees, you should check it out, and you'll know exactly who he reminds me of. But I think, like, the armor looks good. He doesn't need to have, like, all this weird crazy stuff popping out of his collar and stuff. The weapon doesn't quite look like a sniper rifle, but that's fine. Like, it's the future. It's got a long barrel on it. It's fine. I wouldn't mind maybe a little bit more camouflage on him if he's supposed to be Mr. Stealth guy, or, like, maybe a dog print somewhere on his armor because he's got the dogs. He's the dog guy. And he's just resistance fighter. It's interesting. Glad you're up. I wanted you to... I will say, though, this UI is a little bit thick. It's a little bit, not in the EXO way, but in the bad way. It's just, it's taking up room to take up room. I like the theming around it. It looks very, like, futuristic and cool and stuff, but I think for the UI, especially around a text box, that in this instance, less would be more. Like, I don't know what this symbol is. Is it V for Vanguard? Don't know, but it seems a little excessive. I know he's in the Vanguard. He's a human. Or maybe there'll be other factions later on that'll impact that. But Pretty Boy Riker gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, this shot I wanted to stop at real quick. So we see, oh no, we don't know if that's Tara Fletcher or not, but we know this is Amara. I like how big they make the Atlas or the Vulcan look. I mean, it's a mech. It's supposed to look big. I think if they had, like, this sized Vulcan as she was, like, having a conversation with it, or in an in-game cutscene, it wouldn't look the same. But having this lighting come up, it feels very Metal Gear Solid E, where the light source is coming from the bottom and highlighting, like, the kneecaps and underneath the canopy of the cockpit, and underneath the arms and stuff. It looks very, like, looks kind of imposing. It looks kind of Armored Core E. I'm a big fan. And these holograms. The holograms look really cool. Or is this... Oh, I wonder if this is one of those situations where, like, in between missions, you can spend your credits on either an Atlas upgrade or a Vulcan upgrade. That would be my guess. But this is something completely new. Like, we hadn't seen anything like this in the campaign as it is today. That might be Suyin, actually. Alright, Amara's still got gold eyes, but not as, like, evil. I kept having dreams, except I don't think they were dreams at all while I was in that beam. Something communicated with me. I really like this, having the whoever's talking over here, but I think that means that, again, the UI is just blocking more of this character model that, I don't know, you guys put a lot of work into letting me see the art. I would rather see the character model than see, like, these blue rectangles. Even just, like, putting Amara in, like, a really small, like, like a little tab up here would be fine. All this, the rest of this, well, maybe, you know what, these blue borders are all right. They're kind of thematic and feel kind of cool, but this big chunky guy, nah, not a fan. Oh, ruins. Is this New Malik? Oh, New Malik looks so cool. What? Hold up. What? Hold up. He looks spooky, like he's covered in bone armor or something. His horns look sick. Whoa! He's got like he's kind of got those horns remind me of what was that one robot in episode 2 of Star Wars? The robot that like collects lightsabers. General Grievous. He reminds me of General Grievous, but covered in like these demonic runes, and he's calling down fire, and there's the Flappy Boys, Shadow Flyers all over the place. That looks sick. I love it. I love New Malik. And this looks like a I can't tell if this is a cinematic or if this is just them like panning through stuff. But this looks like it could be an in-game or like an in-level cutscene. But yeah, the level or the lighting inside of this crater where everything's like, you can tell they're reflecting burning light. Ugh, so good. Oh, but this Exo is still the old model. Ay. All good. Yeah, this is that same campaign mission. And it looks like we have different-ish items here. That's interesting. The ability icons. I don't know what that wolf button's gonna do. Oh no, that's Riker. Okay, that makes sense, but same art for two different abilities. It'll be an easy change. Flappy Boys. Protect the APC. I dig it. Oh, and here's another one. Yeah, look at this is another doodad. This giant like armored helm. This giant helmet with like the runes and like burning glyphs on it and stuff. That looks sick. Cool little fire tornado. I don't know how I feel about this beam. This like it looks like an orbital beam out of a Command and Conquer thing. I think just a fire tornado by itself would look cool. Let's go back to that one. Yeah, I think just the fire tornado without this like without that beam would have been cool. All right, more gaunts firing at stuff. What is this? What is this little guy? Is that a... Oh, is this going to be like a shroud stone, but it's under construction? I'll bet it is. And the shroud stone's going to be more like cubic and geometric and stuff. I love these runes on the floor. I love this tile set, actually. This whole tile set looks cool. Or is this... Oh, is this shroud? Is this what shroud turns into? Because that's kind of like at the edge right here. I almost prefer shroud as like the fog that it is now, but maybe it'll make more sense later. Maybe they want to use fog for like different effects inside of the campaign, and that way they can save the tiles and stuff for that. But yeah, the horns on the brutes look really good. Fel hogs are still here. My boys. Burnt out trees I like. Yeah, Centaur. All right, the same visual effect is still there for the kinetic redirection. Glad the Fel hogs are still there. Okay, but now they have yellow discs, which is interesting. That makes me wonder if there's if like red discs means that some kind of upgrade has been purchased. I don't know. I remember the Tim Campbell interview where he said he wants Infest to be an option, not a requirement. So maybe that's for upgraded bounces, or maybe it's for a different kind of dot. Like maybe the dot is now burning. because it looks like fiends won't be spawning out of people anymore because it's not skeleton shaped. That would be my guess anyway. Yeah, because it makes sense that they come out of the brute because they have like the little thematically they have the same like horns and it looks like it could be body parts from what the brute originally was before it split, but none of the current fiend looks like it could come out of a person. So my guess is that if fiend is still a thing, or if infest is still a thing, it won't necessarily be the free unit that pops out of opponents here. Alright, I don't know what this purple goo is. Obliterate the automatons, safeguard Amara, block off paths. Oh, this looks like a co-op. I've seen this co-op map before. We've played this co-op before. Oh man, that does look cool though. By the way, for those of you that don't know, I think it's the Abyssal Gates co-op thing. I forget which one it is, but if you click on one of the Abyssal Gates, you know what? Never mind. I won't spoil it for you. Go explore it. There's an interesting tidbit there. All right, Amara gets. Actually, let's go back to that one. I want to see Amara. Yeah, Amara with her like ability glow here as she like moves left on the screen. Oh no. Okay, so no, Shroudstones still look like a rock with chains on it. Shrine looks the same. Iron Vault looks the same. I don't know what this guy is. Maybe it's just a doodad, but it looks cool. Same with this this pyramid. I really like this visual effect. I wonder, is that her leveling up maybe? Oh, what is this? Are they warping in? Do the brutes warp in now? Hold up. Look. Up here. He's going to warp in. Yeah. They do warp in. And they can be shot at. That's interesting. Oh. The different hedgehog. Team, not Ravagers, not Reavers. I don't know. Team Scrappy Boys have their own hedgehogs. I think this hedgehog looks better once it's well lit. Still not a huge fan of these little tiny like stick wheels in the back, but it's okay. There we go. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. This floating. I know I hated on like the floating rectangles at first, but having it be like a campaign structure that's like really big and imposing, and it looks very heavy as it's floating around. That looks really cool. I also like this really big it's almost like Egyptian god statue looking thing here. And they're in this pit, and it looks like yeah, this is where dark stuff goes down. That looks cool. All right, I want to see if we can get good footage of the fiends moving here. Okay, we can clearly see. Man, even slowed down, that wasn't fast. That wasn't much, rather. So we can still see the glowy. So I'm looking at this guy right here. We can still see the glowy little like claws, little fink fink, which is kind of cool. But does it? I would expect like a little bit more hip sway to do like some of this motion. I know it's very, very scientific what I'm telling you guys, but yeah. Everything else looks good, and I think this might be the end of it. Yeah. All right, so that was the end of that one. Let's go on to the next thing here. Let's see. What have you guys been saying? Make me think of the monsters from Pitch Black. Yeah, I was talking about the horns on the gaunts. Oh, horns on the gaunts. Yeah, I didn't really notice them. I'll have to go back and look at them. I was talking about speculation that brutes sometimes have Kree-style death, big explosions in some of the scenes. I would be opposed to that actually. If they're as slow as they seem, or as they have been traditionally, I would hope that they do have some sort of like I don't know, because right now it feels like brutes are kite this thing until the fiends pop out, and then once the fiends pop out, the lancers can just take care of them. So it felt like the brutes were just a fiend delivery bubble. Yeah, and they didn't actually get into combat all that much, just because there's so much it's anti-heavy. But maybe it'll be different in the campaign. In the campaign, like, all bets are off. So, yeah, we'll see. He's had some work done on those cheekbones. V for Vendetta. Thank you for clarifying, Aries. So we all expect Amara to grow horns and get a second pair of legs, right? Amara Gaunt when? I feel like the new Shroud effect washes out a lot of color, but at this point, I trust the art team. Yeah, I trust the art team as well. I like where the Shroud is right now. I don't want it to turn into, like, let's replace the tiles that are on the ground with a different tile set for Shroud. Yeah, I would not be a fan of that. Or at least not if it's that angular stuff that we saw earlier, but let's move on here.
Das zusammenzubauen.
Let's turn on these. And let's turn on subtitles, auto-translate to... Why isn't American at the top? America. English.
Als nächstes kommt ein Spiel, das auf den ersten Blick nicht für alle Leute ideal aussah und nun seinen Shot abfeuert, euch zurückzugewinnen, nämlich Stormgate mit der komplett überarbeiteten Kampagne.
Oh, it's the exact same thing. Okay, that's fine.
Good timing, Lieutenant Nassar.
Glad you're up. Wanted your take on this whole Arculus thing.
While I was in that room, something communicated with me.
Go on it, Dag.
Wait, I missed something. That brute did an ability.
Go on it, Dag.
Didn't it? Am I just imagining that?
Good timing, Lieutenant Nassar.
Glad you're up. Wanted your take on this whole Arculus thing.
While I was in that room, something communicated with me.
Go on it, Dag.
I think it's right over here that this brute is gonna, like, dash forward or something. Yeah, watch these brutes. They're like, he's gonna run up and then, like, he's gonna swing down twice, I think. Oh no, that was just two separate brutes. I'm dumb.
Stormgate, man muss es so sagen, ist angetreten, das nächste StarCraft zu werden und hat in Sachen Kampagne diese Ambitionen zum Start des Early Access noch nicht erfüllt. Die Entwickler haben die Kritik aber gehört. Ich bin sehr gespannt, was sie tun werden, um uns zurückzugewinnen. Tillmann, du hast schon ausführlich mit dem Chefentwickler des Studios geredet. Was ist denn der
So he talked with the chief developers of the studio. That sounds like one of the Tims.
Also sie haben jetzt...
Oh, okay. All right. We're locking in. We're locking in, guys. So let's go back 10 seconds.
Ausführlich mit dem Chefentwickler des Studios.
All right, we'll watch it all the way through, then we'll come back and go slow-mo.
Der Plan, um die Kampagne zu überarbeiten?
Also sie haben jetzt in den vergangenen Monaten im Geheimen an einer komplett neuen Kampagne gearbeitet.
All right, there's the brute explosion. Whoa, huge lightning flash there. That was cool.
Es soll nur eine Art technischer Prototyp gewesen sein und jetzt kommt quasi die richtige Kampagne. Die wird auf 15 Missionen erweitert, aber es wird auch eine komplett neue Geschichte
The new brute looks so good.
Welt Und die
Dude.
Lore werden ein bisschen verändert und der ganze Startpunkt der Kampagne
Oh, is
sieht
that the
auch ganz
servo?
anders aus.
Oh,
Außerdem
servo!
sollen Die Fraktionen tatsächlich
He's
komplett
big.
überarbeitet werden. Die Einheiten bekommen alle einen neuen
Servo.
Look. Es kommen neue Einheiten.
Brother, you hefty.
Das ist so der...
Also deine Antwort auf was machen sie anders ist alles.
Looks good though.
Ja, im Grunde genommen wollen sie
Looks
alles anders
fine, I
machen.
should say.
Man sieht jetzt schon, man hat schon ein bisschen auch die Charaktere gesehen. Es ist jetzt nicht ein
Oh, I
kompletter...
love that. I love how lighting in the environment affects the light that's reflecting off of the units. And like their shells and stuff, like it...
Restart, zum Beispiel Amara war ja eine der zentralen Figuren der Originalkampagne.
Oh, is that... I don't think that's a new Magmadon, right? Let's rewind it a little bit. No, I think it's the exact same Magmadon.
Sie wollen schon
It looks... I don't know why it looks... I guess those are hedgehogs, so it doesn't look small compared to the hedgehogs. It just looked small, a little smaller for some reason.
dem treu bleiben.
That brute looks huge, though. Ooh, lordy. I wonder if that's just a campaign brute.
Haben Sie dir ein bisschen was erzählt darüber, ob es quasi die ähnliche Geschichte in besser erzählt wird oder ob sie wirklich aus diesen Bausteinen auch eine komplett andere Story
All right, Fire Giant still... The Smudge. We've still got Smudge
bauen wollen?
in the chat. What are these guys, though? Yeah, it does look like Infernal units are warping in now. Which I'm okay with. Yeah, there's all the Hellborn in the back. It's so dark, though. I can't make out if they're, Alright.
Ja, alles anders machen.
Man sieht jetzt schon, man hat schon ein bisschen auch die Charaktere gesehen. Es ist jetzt nicht ein kompletter Restart. Zum Beispiel Amara war ja eine der zentralen Figuren der Originalkampagne. Sie wollen schon dem treu bleiben. Haben Sie dir ein bisschen was erzählt darüber, ob es quasi die ähnliche Geschichte in besser erzählt wird oder ob sie wirklich aus diesen Bausteinen auch eine komplett andere Story bauen wollen?
Also, die Story wird auf jeden Fall anders verlaufen.
Or was that a... Oh, no, that was a... I think it was a Gaunt that warped in there. But it does slowly, like, go... It starts white at the bottom and, like, fills upwards. It still looks really cool. It's not instantaneous, which my infernal heart breaks, because I miss being able to just hit buttons and it's like, oh, instant army. But, it's still going to be pretty quick, relatively speaking.
Man fängt
Still looks
nämlich
cool.
schon an einer ganz anderen Stelle an. Der neue Startpunkt der
Oh, the Pipers.
Kampagne ist, dass
I hope they still have their propane pain stick.
die
Look for a drop here.
dämonische Fraktion, die Infernals, schon seit Jahren die Erde erobert haben.
wonder if
und
that's gonna be the
versuchen
new
jetzt,
look
die
for
zu
all the
terraformen,
evacs.
Um die wertvolle Lebensenergie da abzubauen, die sie brauchen. Und wir kommen jetzt mit der
I hope not.
Vanguard,
I hope that just stays as a
mit der
campaign thing.
menschlichen
I think the
Fraktion,
evac, the
mit
way
der
it
wir
looks
die
right
Kampagne
now is
spielen,
really
kommen
good.
wir aus einer fernen Kolonie
I don't think it
zurück
needs to be
und wollen
bigger.
die Erde zurückerobern.
Servos!
Damit soll auch die
Servos!
Vanguard ein bisschen ein anderes Bild haben, anders
They're
aussehen, weil sie
fine.
eben jetzt aus dem
They're
Weltall
fine, I
kommen und
guess.
sehr auf Raumschiffe
I prefer the
setzt
Bob
und
personally.
andere Einheiten
Ooh.
zum Teil
What is that trippy orb?
auch.
Lock down the temple until I arrive, protect tomorrow, blah blah blah.
Allerdings soll auch die
I'm not listening to a word of what they're saying, by the way. I need to.
jetzt ein bisschen
Oh, this is the.
düsterer
This
und
looks like that co-op,
furchterregender
like the co-op
werden.
map,
Deshalb werden da auch alle
or like they'll be at the top of a pyramid doing something. Who is this hero? Oh, that's Pretty Riker.
Einheiten eben nochmal überarbeitet. Ja, und dann versucht man eben die Erde zurückzuerobern in der
Ja, also allgemein auch. Hier sieht man beziehungsweise ein sehr klassisches
Actually, this will end up being really cool. Having like a tower defense, but not really a tower defense. It's like, it's more of a, yeah, I guess it is kind of a tower defense where like these four diagonal directions are your lanes, but then you can hopscotch paramedics and DPS turrets.
Design,
I'll have a
den
lot of fun with
Tempel
that one.
halten und gegen Viechzeugs verteidigen.
Oh, little day and
Ich
night.
glaube, das ist tatsächlich, was viele sich auch gewünscht haben, dass es ein bisschen düsterer wird in seinem Look. Und also ich habe das
Alright, you
viel
can
in
still move out.
Foren auf Reddit und so gelesen, dass der Look nicht ganz zur Story gepasst hat,
What if we could block off the internal, force them to go by these
weil die Story
those Zo things?
So eine
Obliterate the automatons. Interesting. Interesting. Are the Infernals getting automatons? Are we going to see mechanical Infernal units? I hope so.
apokalyptische
That sounds really
Welt
cool.
präsentiert hat und es war dann doch alles relativ farbenfroh.
No. His in-game character model looks so much better than this. No.
Grundlegend finde ich das einen spannenden Ansatz. Ich bin sehr gespannt, ob sie es schaffen, die Leute auch zurückzubringen, das wieder auszuprobieren, weil man eben doch sagen muss, das lief einfach nicht so, wie sie sich das erwünscht hatten zum Start. Gleichermaßen finde ich es halt sehr cool, dass sie das dann jetzt machen, dass sie nochmal tiefer ans Zeichenbrett gehen, sage ich mal, und vielleicht mehr das machen.
Oh, wait, here we go. We've got a little bit of Fiend action here.
Zurückzubringen, das wieder auszuprobieren, weil man eben...
Here's my thing. If they're gonna make the Fiend more of a Velociraptor looking thing, make it move like a Jurassic Park Velociraptor. Make it like move grass as it moves, have it do an over exaggerated hip sway, have like the talons come out, give it like a little like a kick, like use the feet claws or something like that. Like lean into it and then just add fire effects. I think would be really cool. Fire Raptors, I don't think has been done before. I'd love to see it.
Doch sagen muss, das lief einfach nicht so, wie sich das erwünscht.
Trip is still here. He still looks like Trip. A Zomax has been terminated. Zomax. Alright, well I guess that's a Zomax. It sounds like a sleeping aid or something.
Hatten zum Start. Gleichermaßen finde ich es halt sehr cool, dass sie das dann jetzt machen, dass sie noch
Alright, there's the Brute.
tiefer ans
Come on,
Zeichenbrett
Fiends.
gehen.
Yeah, look,
sag ich
the
mal.
Gaunt's kind of
Und,
galloping along.
vielleicht mehr das machen, was sich die
Fiends.
StarCraft-Fans, die sie ja eindeutig ansprechen wollten, erhofft haben. Sie machen auch einiges anders, was Meta-Progression angeht. Ne? Also das, auch da nehmen sie sich ein...
There we go. That blockade looks sick. That looks so much better than like someone that at a party or at a Christmas party or after work was told, smile for the camera, and they're just like, huh? That's the impression that I got from like the portrait that was over here. This blockade looks good. He looks like he's, you know, in charge of the entire army.
Paar Lektionen von StarCraft. Man sieht jetzt hier, es gibt Dialoge auf dem Raumschiff zwischen Missionen. Kennt man irgendwoher, ne?
Okay, so I don't see the point of having the different speech bubbles in the background if they're going to be faded out and darkened.
Ja, genau, dieses Raumschiff ist eben auch ein ganz neuer Teil der Kampagne. Das ist quasi so ein zentraler Hub, den man zwischen den Missionen aussucht. Da kann man dann mit anderen Charakteren sprechen, mit einem neuen Dialoginterface. Die Dialoge wurden auch komplett neu aufgenommen. Es gibt neue Dialoge. Man kann aber eben auch...
Taggart, who's Taggart? Besides Gordon Freeman.
Seine Armee und seine Einheiten mit dauerhaften Verbesserungen versorgen.
Tara Fletcher got a glow up. Yeah. She doesn't have the anacondas anymore. She doesn't have like turbo forearms, but this Tara Fletcher looks like the Tara Fletcher from the like she could be the Tara Fletcher from that the teaser or the announcement, the Stormgate announcement where it's like the demon fighting the Vulcan. And then she finds like the shield or whatever from that cinematic. That's who this looks like.
Versorgen. Zum einen sind es sogenannte Durchbrüche. Das sind quasi so eher technische Verbesserungen für Soldaten, für bestimmte Einheiten. Da ist zum Beispiel sowas dabei, dass jetzt eine Einheit
I'll update Admiral Moore. We don't know who Admiral Moore is. Admiral makes me think that there's going to be... I don't see why ragtag people would have a navy. I wouldn't say no to naval units, but that would mean that maps would need a lot more water. That only naval unit. No, I don't think there's going to be any naval units. Admiral has to be a space thing.
raufklettern.
It has to be, right? Because there's it's one of the Sigma branches is like about colony ships, I think.
Und runterklettern kann oder dass eine Einheit alle
All right.
120
Again.
Sekunden.
Ooh, okay. The Combat Engineering Lab. Yeah. This is exactly what we had in StarCraft. Location: ruins of Rio. Yeah, this is very cool. I love this. QDF. No, this is exactly what I wanted. This is very simple to understand. What I don't like is when there's too much artwork in these kinds of UIs, and it's like, look, I know what unit I'm upgrading, and I know what the upgrades are going to be. It doesn't need to be this whole expansive thing. Just like, all right, give me my unit, give me my upgrade, then like let me admire what it does in the actual game. I don't need like this vampire survival levels of celebration when I unlock something.
Schaden aushalten kann und trotzdem weiterlebt. Und diese
That brute did use charge in that last scene.
Verbesserungen,
I'll have to
die
go
man
back and
jetzt
check it
übrigens auch
out.
gerade sieht, sollen ziemlich stark sein, aber dafür kann man nicht alle von ihnen in einem Durchlauf freischalten, weil man nur genug Credits verdient in den Missionen, die für einen Teil der Verbesserungen ausreichen.
Okay. Also, man sieht, sie machen einiges anders. Ich bin gespannt drauf, wie das landen wird. Ich drücke Ihnen, ja, wir brauchen mehr gute ATS. Ich drücke Ihnen sehr die Daumen, dass Sie es schaffen. Und sage dir, Tillmann, vielen Dank, dass du uns das präsentiert hast.
Gerne.
Dann habt noch einen schönen Abend.
Danke.
Wir nähern uns nun langsam dem Ende, aber wir haben noch was für euch.
Alright, is that the end? Sounds like he's
Das ist aber so geheim, dass die Regie es mir
secret
nicht
that the
mal
director
sagen
didn't even
wollte,
want to tell
sondern nur
me.
meiner Puppe.
But only my dog.
AK, das war's.
Yes. Can we please have crocheted Stormgate models? Can I get a crocheted Fellhog, please? Okay, let's go back to where that brute was charging. Was it back here?
In Foren auf Reddit so gelesen, dass der Look nicht ganz zur Story gepasst hat, weil die Story so eine apokalyptische Welt präsentiert hat und es war dann doch alles relativ farbenfroh.
The servos are going to take some time to get used to.
Grundlegend finde ich das einen spannenden Ansatz.
The little tails on the back of the servos, like at a glance, makes me think that they're Vulcan.
Ich bin sehr
All right,
gespannt,
charging
ob sie
brute.
es
Where are we
schaffen,
at?
die Leute auch zurückzubringen, das wieder auszuprobieren, weil man eben doch sagen muss, das lief einfach nicht so, wie sie sich das erwünscht hatten zum Start. Gleichermaßen finde ich es halt sehr cool, dass sie das dann jetzt machen, dass sie nochmal tiefer ans Zeichenbrett gehen, sage ich mal, und vielleicht mehr das machen, was sich die StarCraft-Fans, die sie ja eindeutig ansprechen wollten, erhofft haben. Sie machen auch einiges anders, was Metaprogression angeht. Ne? Also das, auch da nehmen sie sich ein paar Lektionen von StarCraft. Man sieht jetzt hier, es gibt Dialoge auf dem
I saw people talking about it in Discord, but I didn't actually see it.
Her, ne?
Ja, genau, dieses Raumschiff ist eben auch ein ganz neuer Teil der Kampagne. Das ist quasi so ein zentraler Hub, den man zwischen den Missionen aussucht. Da kann man dann mit anderen Charakteren sprechen, mit einem neuen Dialoginterface. Die Dialoge wurden auch komplett neu aufgenommen. Es gibt neue Dialoge. Man kann aber eben auch seine Armee und seine Einheiten mit dauerhaften Verbesserungen versorgen.
Okay, so let's wrap it up then. You guys watching this is probably what reaction content is, but it's not fun for me to make. And if I'm not having fun, I don't know. It seems weird to put that in a video. Things that I like the updated like dialogue portraits. These look cool. So many units look really cool. My favorite though, my absolute favorite is New Malik. New Malik with like the horns and like the bone armor. He's kind of chunkier. He's not just this like, he's not the fiend that won the push-up competition. Like, he looks cool. Things that I don't like, not a fan of this UI. There's some things in the environments that I'm not a fan of, like the Infernal tile set where it's just like angular black stuff. I don't know how to put it. It looks like it's like too geometric. And I hope that's not a replacement for the Shroud, but otherwise it's looking good. We certainly have new maps, and it's not just a reskin of the old missions. It looks like it's new missions. The new APC looks really cool. The new evac looks really cool, but most of it looks really cool. Zomax, I think, is instantly my thought goes to Zoloft, which I know that's not. Zoloft is not a portal to a demonic dimension. Or it might be if you have a bad reaction. But, yeah. Basically where I was at before, like, I'm still really optimistic about this. I'm glad they're going in the same direction. Oh, and Pretty Riker. I'm still, Pretty Riker still gets a thumbs up from me. Old grizzled war vet Riker is like, okay, we've seen the old grizzled vet wearing cowboy hat. That's a little StarCraft 2. We can leave that in StarCraft 2. Let Surfer Bro, let the Surfer Bro sniper be here. Like, I'm fine with it. And he's different enough from, like, different characters in different games that it's fine. Like, it's, if people are really gonna get spun up about hair dye and like a bit of a beard, dude, whatever. I don't know what to tell you, man. Short of making your own model for it, like, just it's a character. It's fine. But yeah, things are looking good. Yeah, and I can't wait for it to drop. And that's all I've got for this. Oh, and the new Gaunt, yeah, on 4 legs. It feels like it should be a little bit faster, but the projectile looks really cool. The new brutes look really cool. I'm still kind of lukewarm on the Fiends. They still look too blunt to me. They look like they're just headbutting every time they attack. And I wish that their movement, that the animation from when they're moving looked a little bit different. Maybe it looks cooler, like, at scale when they're all in one big thing, like a big blob. Kind of like the Shadow Flyers. If you get enough Shadow Flyers and they all start, like, floating along and like in the same wave, it looks really cool. Maybe they'll do something like that with the Fiends, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. That might be my least favorite looking unit right now, is the Fiend. But all the doodads look incredible. Like, yeah, I'm staying pretty optimistic. We'll see what the gameplay actually turns into. It looks like there's a lot of different story to be told. I wonder if they're just going to completely yank out the old story and put a brand new one in, or if they're just going to, like, slightly modify the story. No, we saw an existing campaign mission or two. I think I think it'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, we'll see when it drops. Hopefully it drops later this month, but if they want to wait until, like, 0.5 to drop the campaign and keep on working on it, I'm totally fine with that as well. But yeah, the way that New Infernos are looking is really good. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And this is another just dropped from the chat. I guess PC Gamer is saying that they're giving us a little bit more info. For 1.0, we have rewritten the entire narrative structure of the campaign, are recording all new dialogue, have scripted a completely different mission structure, and created a new mothership hub area for players to explore. Interesting, between missions, it said in a press release. There will also be significant campaign-specific toys to play with. Heroes will level. Again, I'm still in between on this one. In campaign, heroes leveling is cool. In co-op, it makes me wonder how co-op's gonna change for their progression, for like meta progression between, like, out of the game when you progress stuff. It used to be you unlocked abilities, but if heroes are leveling up, maybe that'll change co-op as well. Item system will be overhauled, interesting, and there will be permanent upgrades for your army between levels. Okay. New campaign will be a total length of 14 missions, 5 radically overhauled missions from the current early access campaign, and 9 entirely new missions. It'll also roll out a new save load system for the campaign missions. The announcement accompanied by minute-long trailer, blah, blah, blah. There's not yet a precise date for Stormgate 1.0 to release, but it's expected sometime this year. Yeah, boy. Okay. Now it's actually GG's, guys. Now it's the end of the video. Go do homework. Go back to your jobs.